Hi and welcome back to Real Reviews, where today I'm taking a look at Sandman Season 2 Part 1 of 3. That's right, the final instalment from Neil Gaiman has been split into 3 parts. One is already airing, the second is on July 24th, the final on the 31st of this month. So let's dive into this Allan David S. Goyer and Neil Gaiman adaptation to find out what all the fuss is about.
Is returning to hell.
Lord Morpheus comes to us in a futile attempt to free one he loves from our...
So I think it's only fair to preface this review with the fact that yes, there are allegations out there against Neil Gaiman for various things which he may or may not have done, but they are only allegations at this point. There will be people who avoid this show as a matter of course because of what they either believe or perceive to be the case with regards to this particular situation. But I, for one, am going to take it on face value and look at the art itself and look at the show subjectively. So bear with me. I like this show. I like the first season when I reviewed it 3 years ago, and I like the artwork, I like the sentiment behind the comic, and I am capable of separating the art from the artist, unlike some other people. There may be people who disagree with me, and you are well within your rights. What this show does, at least it does very well, is it creates or continues to create a visual universe which is lifted off the page, and it does have its issues. Tom Sturridge is still incredibly good as Dream. Gwendoline Christie does a very good job as Lucifer. You've also got Mason Alexander Park there as Desire, and you've got Adrian Lester as Destiny. You get a lot of the endless, you get a lot of, shall we say, fragmented scenes between these ethereal characters, and if nothing else, it really gives the tone of the show is, at least in my opinion, and only my opinion, in keeping with the comics. So there is a lot more to this show, but let's dig a little bit deeper into the Sandman Season 2, shall we? So there are some people out there who believe that the Sandman adaptation on Netflix has never been anything other than a passion project for Neil Gaiman, for David S. Goyer, for Allan Heinberg. That may or may not be the case, but ultimately what you have to commend, I think, at the end of the day, is the bravery of Netflix to apply themselves, to sort of throw themselves headfirst into this adaptation, and also the bravery of following through in light of the things which are currently happening in terms of releasing this out into the world. People may think it's tasteless, some people might think it's crass commercialism or taking advantage in some capacity, but genuinely I think if the adaptation wasn't of a subsequent quality, it wouldn't be out there. And for my money, Part 1, as meandering and fragmented and as slow as it might be, because there are pacing issues, I still think that it deserved its day in the sun. I still think this is a decent show. I am holding out hope that the remaining 5-6 parts or 5 or 6 episodes that are coming will create a cohesive story. That is my hope, that is my feeling. Bearing in mind that, this is the guy who had American Gods adapted, and Season 1, Season 2 of American Gods is epic, Season 3 is not so good, but ultimately they share common DNA in a galvanising author, in terms of an author who created some great work. So on that note, I'm going to dive into my rating, so let's do that.
She was right. It is wrong for us to get involved with them. You know that.
If I have committed a wrong, I must make it right.
So I'm going to be giving the Sandman Season 2 Part 1 a 3.5 out of 5 on the big old 5 scale. Why? Because I think the characters are still very well defined, although the stories are fragmented, and the narrative suffers as a result, and some audiences may find it difficult to connect with this on an emotional level. It does feel very ethereal, it does feel very unique, but the production design is the thing that saves it. Hence the 3.5 out of 5 on the big old 5 scale. On that note, I'm going to dive into my trailer. Let's do that.
Prepare yourself.
And so it is, you've reached the end of the video review for the Sandman Season 2 Part 1, which is currently streaming on Netflix, with the second and third part following on the 24th and the 31st of this month. So this is a bit where I go. If you've liked the video, then give me a thumbs up. Failing that, you can always just drop a comment in the comment box below and I will respond. And finally, just subscribe so that every Tuesday and every Saturday when I drop another of these videos literally into your lap, you'll get a little notification. You can pop in and watch or listen to as much or as little as you'd like, and then go about your day. In the meantime, check out the rest of the channel, maybe pop over to the Patreon page. Take care. Cheers now. Bye.